Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello and welcome to Rahman Digital Production. Today's lecture is lecture number 38, and in the last lecture we did 3 questions of exercise 5D. Today we are going to discuss the fourth question. The question is saying find the smallest rational value of y that satisfied the inequalities 8 is less than or equal to 7y. I wrote the question in advance for you people, so let us solve it. Ladies and gentlemen, first I have to write 7y on this side and then I will write 8. But you have to keep one thing in mind. The mouth of this crocodile is towards 7y. When you are bringing the 7y to the left side, you have to change the mouth direction as well. Otherwise, you will get a wrong answer. Now, dividing both sides by 8 divided by 7. Dividing both sides, and that is the answer. But if we are going to further write it in mixed fraction, so that will be equal to 1 whole 1 over 7. So it means the y value will be 1 whole 1 over 7. The smallest value they want in fractional form, so it will be 1 whole 1 over 7. Ladies and gentlemen, what does it mean? It means that if we are putting this value instead of this y, then both sides will either be equal or greater than. Y value if we are putting, then it will be greater than or equal. Let's do it. 8 and less than or equal to 7 into 8 divided by 7. We put the value of this y. 8 divided 7 is, so 8 is either less than 8, which is not correct, but the other option is also there, or equal to 8. Yes, that is correct. In our case, one condition must be true, and case we will discuss that later. And in and case, both the condition less than or equal to must be satisfied. In this or, we are saying 8 is less than or equal to. It is not, 8 is not less than 8, but it is equal to. So one condition is true, so it means the whole condition is true. So 8 over 7 is the smallest fraction which can satisfy these inequalities. Now we are turning our focus to question number 5, and let's learn more. Given that x satisfied the inequality 20x is greater than 33, 20x is greater than 33. What the question actually is asking, find the smallest value of x if x is a prime number. So dividing both sides by 20, we will get 33 divided by 20, which is equal to 1 whole 13 over 20. It means that we have to find such value of x which is satisfying this condition, and they wanted us to find the smallest prime number. So x, for your understanding, x is 1.65. The answer is this one, but prime number greater than 1.6 are 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, and so on. What is the smallest prime number which is greater than 1.65? The smallest is 2. So we have to write the smallest value of x which is a prime number and greater than x is 2. Greater than x is 2. Okay. Next question number 6 is saying, question number 6. Find the greatest odd negative value of x which satisfied the inequality 3x is less than 3x is less than minus 105. So let us divide both sides by 3. So it will be minus 35. So x less than 35 means that the greatest values, odd values, then 35. Ladies and gentlemen, I told you yesterday that this shows that in this direction you have to go. So in this direction we are going, so minus 37, minus 39, minus 41, and so on. So the greatest odd number which is less than 35, the greatest odd numbers which is greater than which is less than, this is less than symbol, which is less than minus 35 is minus 37. So minus 37 is the answer. Now there is an advanced question, and this advanced question is very important for the upcoming inequalities which will be in the book number 2. So we have to clear our basic concept on this question. In this question, there are two inequalities are given. If y is an integer, we have to find that, and it satisfied the inequalities 5y is less than 20, and the second one they given to us is 2y is greater than or equal to minus 6. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to solve these two equations at the same time. So dividing both sides in this case is with 5, so that will be equal to less than 4. The second one is dividing both sides by 2 will give you minus 3. So these two values, so it means that y is less than 4 and y is greater than or equal to minus 3. Yes, there is no equality symbol in the first case, that is y is equal to, so minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, and 3. 4 is not included because there is no equal symbol. So it means 4 is not included. It is exclusive. So y is having 4 and minus 3. Minus 3 is included, greater than minus 3. So minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2 and 4 are the values which conclude this exercise as well as the whole chapter. Now we will start our next chapter, but for that I have to erase the whiteboard. So please wait for 1 second so that we start the new concept with the new whiteboard. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the next chapter is chapter number 6, and whose name is function and linear graph. For graph, I told you earlier that the pictorial representation of data is called graph. The pictorial representation of data is called graph. Ladies and gentlemen, to understand the concept of graph, first we have to discuss the Cartesian coordinates. So let us talk about the Cartesian or rectangular Cartesian coordinates. Cartesian coordinate system. There are two systems. One is r theta and one is xy. So in this type of system, there are two lines intersecting each other with a 90-degree angle at a point. That point is called origin. The horizontal line is known as x-axis and the vertical line is known as y-axis. There are two. From the right side of the origin, there are positive values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like this. But on this side, we are having negative x-axis, and those are represented by x dash. So here we are having -1, -2, -3, -4, -5 and so on. Similarly, there is a positive y-axis, and this one is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, and similarly this is 5. Below the origin, there are negative y-axis -1, -2, -3, -4, -5 and so on. Ladies and gentlemen, you have to use the graph paper which can be found in the market very easily, and you know that the lines inside the graph is like this. These are represented by small square. So in this case, I drew it free-handedly. You have to find a graph in the market, and then you have to do all these questions to the scale. Ladies and gentlemen, there are 4 quadrants inside this Cartesian coordinate system. This is called first quadrant. This is called second quadrant. This is called third quadrant. And this is called fourth quadrant. So in Cartesian R, the rectangular coordinate system, there are four quadrants. First quadrant, that is represented by this area, that is 90 degree. Another 90 degree, that is second quadrant, and that is in the first quadrant both the axes are positive, 1 2 3 and 1 2 3 both are the positive. Ladies and gentlemen, before going into further detail, if you want to specify a point, for example this point, then the rule is that you have to go towards the right first, not top. To reach this, you cannot go diagonally. You have to go one step, two step, and three step. So you have to write three step, which is x value, and then you have to move one step top to reach this point. So this is called uh, the 1. This is 1, and these are this is called y axis. So there will be a pair of coordinates in which the first value will represent the x-axis and the second value will represent y-axis. Never, ladies and gentlemen, in any part of the world it will happen that first you will write y and then you have to write x. No, it is a universal convention that first value represent in this ordered pair x-axis, and then you cannot go first to upward to see 1 and 1 2 3 then 1 3. 1 3 is not correct. This is the rule. So if you want to specify a point in this point, first you have to move horizontally towards the left side, 1 2 3 4, and then 1 2 3. So you have to write 4 minus 4 because you are going minus 4, and then you have to go toward the positive y axis. So you have to write 1 2 and 3. So these are called the coordinates of this point. For example, if this is a point, so you have to represent it is a, and the coordinates of a is 3 comma 1. Now the coordinates of b, you have to label it b, and that is minus 4. Minus 4 is again showing the x and y ordered pair. Ladies and gentlemen, I am explaining this because I am coming towards a very important point. If I want to specify this point, that is the C point, then first I have to go to 1 2 3. You have to write minus 3, and then 1 2. So again you are coming down, so it will be minus 2. And similarly, if I am specifying this point as the D point, so you have to go first toward the right, 1 2 3 4 steps I went towards the right side, and then came down 1 and 2. So the coordinates of D are 4 positive. and minus 2 negative. So in this way you can specify the coordinates of a point. What I was telling you, which was very important, is that if both the values of the ordered pair are positive, then that point will lie in the first quadrant. If the first value is negative and the second value is positive, then it is lying in the second quadrant. If both the values are negative, then the point will lie in the uh, third quadrant. Similarly, if the first one is positive and the second one is negative, then the point will lie in the fourth quadrant. You have to keep these things in mind while dealing with the graphs, Cartesian coordinates. Ladies and gentlemen, the horizontal movement is called x-axis movement, which is also called abscissa, and the vertical movement, which is also called y coordinates, and that is known as ordinate as well. So keep these things in mind. Before going into the detail of exercise, I am telling you that in this exercise there are two types of questions will be asked from you people. They will give you a point here A, and they will ask that find the coordinates of the point. Or similarly, they will give you the coordinates and they will say you that find the uh, point, find the position of A. In the police investigation, if they are finding a location of a car, then they are using a graph inside the computer software. So these are the very basic. We will go towards the advanced level. Till the fourth book there is a concept of the graph. First you have to understand the basic concept of the graph. Next is the function. Let me give you that what is a function. Function, I also give you the concept of a function which is very necessary for the drawing of graph. A function is a relation. A function is a relation between the two variables. The two variables x and y such that the input x will give only one output. The input will give you only one output. For example, if I am saying that y is equal to 2x, this is a function. That is a relation between y and x. For drawing the graph, you have to draw x and y points. So you have to give different points it is on your choice according to the situation. I am giving input 1, 2, 3, 4 for your understanding. So if we put x is equal to 1, 2 ones are 2. So y will be equal to 2. If we are inputting 2 to 2s are, so y will be 4. So one pair of points is 1 and 2, which is this one. The second pair of points is 2 and 4. So it will be here 2 towards the left and 4 upward. Now 3 2s are 6 and 2 4s are 8. 3 and 8 will be somewhere here. 5, 6, 7. So it will be somewhere here 3. That will be 6. Sorry. So 6 and 8 will be 4 and 8. So when we combine all these lines, that will give you a straight line. So the graph will show this y is equal to 2x will show you a graph of like this. For drawing a graph, 2 points are necessary, and those 2 points we can get that from a function. A function is a relation between two variable x and y such that the input x will give you only one output y. So you are giving one input and it will give you one output. And here it is 2 and then 4. We are drawing it in equation form. So we have to do. Let us do the first question, and that is on exercise 6a. Exercise 6a. Let me draw first the graph for you. Don't wasting your time. I am stopping the video and then we will come back to the question. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, question number 1 is given on page number 144 of your book, and these are called the basic level question. They given you a Cartesian coordinate system in which there are x-axis and y-axis. They are cutting each other at origin. They given us different points and we have to find the coordinates of that. The question is saying write down the coordinates of each point shown in the figure. So first we have to find the coordinates of A. Again you have to utilize that rule. You have to go horizontally either towards the negative or to the positive. You have to see that where the point is occurring, it is in third quadrant. Both the values will be negative. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and we have to write -4, and then we have to come down 1, 2, 3 and -3. So these are the coordinates of point A. Similarly, we have to find point B. In point B, because it is lying in the second quadrant, the x value will be negative and the y value will be positive. So first we have to come -1, -2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is positive. So these are the coordinates of the B. Similarly, in C, if we are saying it in the first quadrant, so both will be positive. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 3, comma 4 is the. Now D is Yes, the coordinates of D are 4 and 2. 4 and 2. Similarly, E coordinates is 1 and 1. And F is 3 and -3. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Allah Hafiz.